Thanks for having me. So the last 5 weeks we've been in individuals. So this past week was our first time on the field with the entire roster. So we started team practice. We had 2 days to train together, and then we opened up on Friday. We won 15-3 against Fort Lewis. Kind of played everybody. We've got 6 arms right now on our roster. All 6 kids threw really well on Friday. Going into Sunday's doubleheader, we got a little bit more specified with starters. So we started our transfer from Louisiana Lafayette. Her name is Taylor Snow. She pitched a beautiful game against Texas Tech, held her own. We probably should have only lost 2-0. We had a couple miscues on defense. Game 2, we started a returner, Amber Linton, throwing upper 60s, which is really high level, especially in this league. She hit 67 within the game. Shut them down, commanded the game. We mixed in a couple other pitchers, closing, middle relievers, but our pitching staff set the tone for the day. Really proud of our kids this weekend. So really competitive series with Texas Tech, and just looking forward to kind of getting to know what we have personnel-wise right now and building off of that.
What are some of the goals for the pitching staff, just as far as numbers, who you want to have in there, and just some of the goals for them throughout the year?
Goals right now, we need to limit free bases. We're doing a really good job utilizing whole staff. So I'm old school. We're going to use our staff kind of as a baseball staff. We'll have 3 to 4 starters, middle relievers, and closers. We've got 6 kids, and they're all different, so they complement each other really well. Like, I've got an Australian transfer named Jenna Trim, and she's got amazing upspin in the zone. And then I've got a kid who throws really hard. Her name is Sam Foreman. She can run it up there about 67, 68 with a good fastball and changeup. So just learning how to use our kids correctly. Mountain West, we're going to have some offensive opponents. So just really trying to get our kids confident and prepared, and just trusting the execution of our plan per hitter, and letting our defense make routine plays.
So you talked a lot about the pitching this weekend. I mean, what did you see from your offense?
Offense for us, so a lot of our kids are learning a new style. So we've got our hitting coach, Coach Spearman, and she's a really big mentality approach than mechanics. So we're trying to get our hitters more confident in their approach, having the right plan. So against Texas Tech, game 1, they threw their number 1 and their number 2 arms, and those kids were moving the ball. So we were seeing upspin. So just being able to make those adjustments within a game. And getting confident, having a plan is probably our biggest thing offensively. We've got a lot of power. We added a couple transfers. We've got some kids returning. Our shortstop is healthy, Rachel. She's a local kid from La Cueva, I think. She's back this year. She's had some power. Jenna Trim, our Australian, she had a home run. We put up 6 home runs throughout the weekend. So we do have that offensive power. We also have some speed. We can run a little bit. So we're just trying to figure out who our starting 9 are going to be. Depth-wise, and that's kind of going to mold our offensive plan. It's been fun, though. It's been a really fun group. I mean, it's hard coming in, and, I'm totally different than what they're used to, and just setting the standard and having those expectations. Like, we had fitness tests this year. Fitness tests were not easy, and you have to complete the fitness test before you can come to team practice. And all 29 kids completed that fitness test. And so it just shows that they're bought in, they're willing to train, and they want to compete and they want to win. So I'm excited. It's been a fun group so far.
Outside of the fitness test, what would you think the players would say has been the biggest difference for them with you as their head coach?
I feel like I'm a pretty high energy, I'm not rah-rah cheerleader, but it's one of those people, they're people first, and just knowing that, we care about them on a day-to-day basis, and just, building those relationships. And I also think everything starts at the top. So our staff, I've known my hitting coach for 5 years. We're like sisters. And Coach Skylar Black, he was a baseball coach at SFA. So we're a family, and we're very united. So I think our kids being able to see a staff that we show up every day, we have a plan, we're organized, we're connected, we communicate. Sometimes we have hard conversations, and they may not like what I say, but my way is definitely going. But we're a good example of how a system should work, and so I think the kids kind of feed off of that. So it's been really positive.
You got a question?
You might have already partly answered it. When you look into the future, near future and far future, what do you see for your program?
What do I see? I came here to win. I wouldn't have taken this job if I didn't think that we can win. If we can recruit the pitching to compete and be a top 3 team and have that depth in the circle, I think we can compete right away. So like I expect to win. I think we can do some things with our facility too. I think right now we're probably like top 4 to 5 in the Mountain West. So I think we can do some things in the near future that can put us to where we're the top facility. So when we bring in a recruit, and I'm going head to head with Fresno or UNLV against getting this recruit on campus, I think that, just the community here, like the community is great. So if we can do a couple things just within our facility, I think we win those recruits.